Well, these ones you have to cut because it's cute. Cute. Finally all set up this morning. Are you ready for Saturday?
No.
I legit came with 29 oopsie packs. I have 8 left, guys.
My board was recognized by a couple people who said they saw my hot glue command hook keychain hack on TikTok. Hello friends, welcome back to another Artist Alley vlog. So it's January and that means it's time for SacAnime Winter, and this is going to be the very first time that I've ever done their winter show. I had done the summer show I think 4 times now, and I always just wanted to take the winter off, but now that this is my full-time job, I don't exactly have that opportunity. So we'll be back in the indie zone this time, and we're getting ready to leave, and we're just packing up the car, so let's get going.
Getting it all in the Tesla. Truly a master. Naked table time. Let's set up. It is Friday morning. We are leaving the hotel, and believe it or not, there was not a single box or bag of polyfill to be found in Fresno. So I had to order a box of it online here in Sacramento so that I can make periwinkle pillows. And we gotta go pick that up and then go back to the convention center and finish getting set up and make some money. It is a rainy day, and I've never done a convention when it's a rainy day, so we'll see if this makes any kind of difference for the crowds. My periwinkle workstation, stuffing them all. Finally all set up this morning. Well, it's afternoon now. Trying something a little bit different with the enamel pins, having them right in your face. I think they'll sell a little better that way. Got all the periwinkles stuffed. And they're ready to go home. Look at this guy just clipping business cards. Totally unprompted. One corner at a time.
But Mama always told me not to cut corners.
Well, these ones you have to cut because it's cute. Cute. So it's day 2, and we're heading into a convention right now. And I am so tired. I'm running on like 5 hours of sleep after moving hotels for a reason I'll talk about later. But yeah, I'm not sure what to expect for Saturday. Friday was a little bit slower than I was used to compared to the last Friday of the last SacAnime, but also busier than I thought it would be, all things considered. So preparing for the worst, hoping for the best today, and let's just see where the day takes us. Bumpy roads. I think that's where people are picking up their badges. Yesterday there was a line over here, but maybe they're already letting people in. I don't know. Lots of weebs though. Okay, it is Saturday morning. Yesterday was only day one and it wasn't even that busy. I legit came with 29 oopsie packs. I have 8 left, guys. So, good luck. Are you ready for Saturday?
No.
Mentally or physically?
No.
Or
Good
emotionally?
morning. Hello.
So I'm not very good at keeping the cash box organized, and that's Ryan's job. I'm so sorry. Final hour of day 2. I'm so tired. It's been so busy, which is great, but I'm so tired. Worn down for day 2. It was a wild one. Ah! Are you ready for the last day? It is the morning of day 3. We're just getting ready to check out of the hotel room and just packing up all of our stuff. Gonna go charge the Tesla, get back to the con, and finish it up.
I like to now 2-year telling people that the Fresno Night Crawlers are local cryptids.
They are our local cryptids. Just little pants. The state of things on day 3. Lots of things are sold out. No more periwinkle pillows. All spirits and pumpkins. But look who's behind the table. Squitch.
on the cart.
This is so sketch.
It's fine.
You say that, but then I go down little biddly bumps and then...
The biddly bumps.
Get out of the way, Pooh.
Waiting to get the move on. Bye! It was nice to see you!
Oh, we got this. We got this.
Ah yes, the stunning effects of wearing an N95 for the whole weekend. We are all packed back into the Tesla and ready to head back home, the long 3-hour journey back to Fresno. And con's a wrap. I will do a little overview, wrap up kind of thing after this to give you guys the stats of how the weekend went. But everybody who came, thank you so much for supporting my table as always, and I will see you in the next part. All right, welcome to the next part of the video where I talk about how the con went and talk about my income versus expenses in a general sense. So I don't remember already if I've said this in previous clips from the convention, but I was really second guessing going to SacAnime in January at all, only because like the Omicron variant was really starting to pick up and I was starting to feel like it wasn't going to be safe to be in a convention setting. So I wasn't considering this until a week before the convention, and this was only going to be my second time doing Indie Zone, and I didn't want to put myself in a bad position with the heads of Artist Alley and risk not being able to come back. So I was like, okay, well, I'm going to suck it up and do it, but we're going to be extra safe. Like, the last conventions that we've done, we only wore surgical masks because we were vaxxed and boosted, and we felt like that was enough protection at the time. But especially with the way things were going, I told Ryan, okay, we're going back to like pre-pandemic, or not pre-pandemic, pre-vaccine status of being careful. So we went in KN95 masks, wore those the whole time. Luckily with the Indie Zone booths, we have like a 10 by 10 space. So the table was at the front of the booth and we had all the room in the back to step way far away from the public and, you know, remove our masks briefly to take sips of water and eat our lunches. And when we were not in the convention, we would pick up our dinner to go and eat it in the hotel and just sanitize and wash our hands very frequently. And we both came back and tested 5 days after the convention. We're negative. We tested, I think, a couple times even the weeks after that, and we were negative. So I think we did everything we could and we were as safe as we could be. So that being said, I did end up canceling a convention I had at the end of February in Anaheim because the way numbers were looking at the time, the table was due. I did not feel safe even going anywhere near that area. So that one was canceled. Otherwise, I would have had 3 conventions in a row. And the only one I have coming up next is Anime in Fresno, which is a hometown convention, which is amazing. So enough about that, but this was my very first year doing SacAnime Winter. I've never done this show before. I've only done it in the summer in September, and it's always been my best show. And I've been told that the winter show is comparable as far as like crowds and sales go, and I would say that's pretty on par. I saw definitely less crowds. Of course, I'm also taking into consideration that SacAnime Summer of 2021 was an anomaly. I think I said this in the last Artist Alley vlog I did from Pasadena, because I feel like I'm saying all of this again, but that show was an absolute anomaly. It was like a perfect storm of conditions where, you know, it was the first show, the first big show returning to the NorCal area. It was the first convention since, I think, easily
early 2020, and the convention center had just been recently done being remodeled. So that had over 10,000 attendees. I don't know how many attendees they had for this winter show. Let me look. I can't find any news reports on it like I did for summer. I would say probably 7,000 to 10,000 people were there. Definitely not as crowded as it was in September, but I was still pleasantly surprised to see it was pretty crowded. And I wasn't on a corner like I was in September, but I was on the same aisle, and I still had a lot of people coming down that aisle. And it was pretty good. And even though I had a lot of people around me that weekend telling me like, oh, you know, my sales are not anything compared to what they were in September, this has been like really disappointing. And I was telling people all weekend, like, look, that show you can't compare it to. That's like astronomical stats. Like, don't compare it to this show. Compare it to like maybe pre-pandemic times when you've been at SacAnime. That being said, I was surprised that I made, from the profits I made in September compared to what I made in January, I made $300 less than I did in September, which is amazing. Like, I was really, really pleasantly surprised. I had lower expectations, and they were blown completely out of the water. So thank you for all of you to help me make that happen. That was a wonderful start to the year. This is my second year now working for myself and doing this full time, and I'm hoping to definitely add more in-person shows to my roster this year. So that was awesome. And here's the pie chart for my expenses versus profits. It's a much nicer looking pie chart than the one that I had for Anime Pasadena, though obviously I made almost twice as much in the January SacAnime show than I did in Pasadena. But yeah, the hotel cost really friggin' murdered me. That was, I think, $500, but it was for 4 nights. And I'm still waiting on a refund check from Hilton, but we ended up like switching hotels mid-trip because we decided the area that we were staying in was super sketchy. So we got on the phone with Hilton and had them move our reservation to a nicer part of town, because I always bring our inventory up into the hotel with us. Like, I don't leave anything in the car, but I didn't want anything to happen to Ryan's car and feel responsible for that. So we moved to a nicer part of town. It was a lot closer to a lot of good food options too. We had chicken and waffles, and it was amazing. But yeah, so I'm waiting on a refund check because they accidentally charged me for a stay in both hotels on the night that we switched, and they said that they shouldn't have done that. So should be seeing a nice refund check in there, but I didn't include that amount in this pie chart. So yeah, that was kind of a frustrating part. But I would say if you are considering doing the SacAnime Winter show, if maybe you've done the summer show and you have never done the January show, it's worth doing. I just really love this show any time of the year it happens, and I heard that they're trying to kind of expand or rebrand another show that's up in that area in April. I don't think I'm going to do it because I'm trying to get into WonderCon, and maybe by the time I post this I will have heard back, but I don't want to put too much into 1 month. The 1 month that I will be trying to do that is September, but we'll see. So that's basically all I have to say about SacAnime Winter. I mean, thank you again to the people who run the show. It was amazing as always, and the people who attend are amazing as always, and I even got to see some of my patrons and, you know, some returning fans, and I always love to see people who come up and, you know, oh, I bought that from you last time, and it's lovely. So thank you all for that. And I got recognized a couple times, not myself, but my board was recognized by a couple people who said they saw my hot glue command hook keychain hack on TikTok, which I'll play here for you. I'm seeing more and more Artist Alley vendors use these little command hooks and posters to display their keychains, which is great, and they work really well, except they're really easy to take off and steal. But I have a hack for that.
I found that if you put a little daub of hot glue on the very top of the command hook, it works as a little protector and you can no longer just yoink those keychains right off. And they work super, super well. Follow me for more Artist Alley tips. But yeah, some people recognized me for that and it was really cool, so. But yeah, it's always fun to see my good Artist Alley friends and make new connections. I met some amazing new people at this show, and I cannot wait to see them again. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the vlog here because I am rapidly losing light. I did not prioritize my time very well to make this end clip, but I hope that this was helpful, and as usual, I will post this video on my Patreon as well with an actual breakdown with real numbers. So if you want to see that, you have to join, I think, my $5 or higher tier to get access to that information, plus a bunch of other really, really cool stuff. And if you have, while I'm plugging it, I spent a lot of time on this month's sticker and postcard club rewards. Take a look at these. They're amazing. They're Strawberry Harvest fairies with a transport goose that helps take the strawberry harvest back to their little compound, their fairy compound. But if you're a fan of Arcane, it is also a secret Arcane fairy AU with Vi and Caitlin as the main fairies, and there's a secret Jinx in the background. And I just had a lot of fun on this one, and I'm like losing traction on Patreon, so if you are interested at all, please check it out. I would love you amazingly. And yeah, thank you so much to all my patrons for your support. Thank you to everybody who has made the start of my second full-time year amazing, and you're all amazing. That's the word of the day, I guess. So I don't have another convention vlog coming up until obviously like March, April-ish, but otherwise you're gonna see my regularly scheduled programming of studio vlogs and reaction videos and tutorials and stuff. So keep an eye out for those, and I will see you later. Bye!